Sioux City Convention Center was buzzing today with people enjoying locally brewed beers, wines, hard ciders, and even energy drinks at the Steins Vines Beer and Wine Festival. KTIV's Irvin Doman gives us an inside look from the perspective of a local brewery.
Members of the Siouxland community have come out in droves for Steins Vines to have a good time today and also support their local breweries.
Steins Vines is great. We love coming down here. You'd be surprised how many people don't realize there's a brewery in Lamar's. So having this big festival where a lot of people are able to try your beers and learn about you is fantastic. We enjoy it.
Wise Eye Brewing Company opened in 2019 and have been a vendor at Steins Vines for 3 years. The biggest part of the festival for many companies like Wise Eye Brewing is getting your name out to the public.
The people you see that don't know we exist, and then you say, hey, we're just in Lamar's, it's only 25 minutes away, then they end up showing up and it's great.
Steins Vines is the beginning of building relationships with the public that allow local breweries to thrive.
That's what craft beer is about, is building relationships, being able to talk to people over a pint, be that local pub where people can come down and enjoy a conversation.
Sitzman said he started the company to provide a different atmosphere for the local community, and Steins Vines has been huge in growing their company. In Sioux City, Irvin Doman, KTIV News 4.
And Steins Vines is not just an event that helps local breweries and wineries grow their business. The event also helps local nonprofits. A percent of all proceeds from the festival will go to the Cosmopolitan Club and the Ronald McDonald House. The Cosmopolitan Club is an international social and philanthropy club, and the Sioux City chapter makes it their mission to raise money to help kids with diabetes and help provide unique opportunities.
We get a lot of our funding through this event. It's wonderful for us because it means that we've got some additional funding coming in. That means we can send more kids to camp every year.
The Ronald McDonald House provides for families who have children in the hospital in Siouxland. That could include housing the night before a surgery or assisting a family who has a child with a longer stay in the hospital. Steins Vines provides the opportunity to hear how the Ronald McDonald House has impacted the community.
It's so great. Actually, my favorite part of the networking at this event is the number of people that come up and say, oh my gosh, we use the Ronald McDonald House, and they tell us the story of what happened, or I will always support you guys because you did this, and it's so great to hear the stories.
The Knights of Columbus were also busy fundraising at the festival. They provided games like ring toss and cornhole, which raised money for the Special Olympics team in Sioux City.